everyone, welcome back to another video. If this is the first one you're seeing from me, nice to meet you. My name is Bia, I'm a Portuguese illustrator and welcome to my channel. I do studio vlogs and art related videos, and today I'm going to show you how I do my photographs for Etsy and for Instagram. I'm not a professional photographer, not anything close to that. I'm just going to share my experience and what I learned over time. Yeah, I really hope that you learned something from my video today. So for my photos, I normally don't use my phone. I just wanted to explain why. I have a medium Huawei phone. The colors don't look anything like the original, and I think you can see that from my videos. Sometimes I have to upload the little picture on the corner just for you to see the real colors, because my phone really changed the values and the colors when I take pictures and videos. So that's the only reason I don't take my photos using my phone. I sometimes do for quick photos for Etsy, for Instagram and stuff like that. I use a Nikon D3300, that way I don't need to edit the photos that much. But with that said, it's you can take your photos with your phone, and even the cheaper phones now have amazing cameras and with very good quality. The only thing, my camera has amazing quality and I really like it, but yeah, the colors are not accurate, so that's the only reason I don't use my phone. But it's okay if you use a phone, don't worry, it will be fine. So yeah, I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you learned something of the basic things that you need and that you can improve your photos afterwards. So let's go. So first of all, let me show you my setup. So here's where I take my photos. As you can see, I don't have that much space. This is the space where I also pack my orders and stuff. So let's talk about lights. So I use these two lights that I bought on Amazon, as you can see. That one it's not good. I ordered another one from Amazon. Yeah, I basically use these ones. I used to use natural light, but that was really affecting my photos and I had to edit them a lot more because it creates a lot more shadows, because here in Portugal it's always sunny, so when it comes to natural light, it's always better to photograph when it's like a gloomy day and not a sunny day. And yeah, that's why I bought these two. It was 50 euros, I think, and yeah, I really love them. It was one of my greatest investments. And since this one is not good, I've been using this one, and that's what I wanted to say, that you can do it at home because you just need a lamp. Just need to be careful about the light not being too yellow or too white. I use 5500 K lamps. It's the most similar to natural light, and that makes that the photos don't need to be that edited, and you can see that only with that lamp and with this one I create a really amazing light. And then you can just put them where you want. Now that I don't have this one over here on the right side, I try to put the lamp on the right side and this one on the left. When I have these two, I normally put the two and then the lamp straight like this, so that I can have three focus of lights, one in the left, one in the right and one above, and not creating that much shadows. But yeah, as you can see, if I photograph like this and put this one over here, the light is good enough. So yeah, that's all you need. You just need a lamp or two and you're good to go. So now let's talk about prompts and backgrounds. This is the easiest thing that you can do, and it will light up your photos and they will look more interesting, and you can just use things that you already have at home. I'm going to show you some of the props that I already use. I end up using almost the same every time, and in the beginning it was hard for me to find props that would make the results as I wanted, but now I can easily pick them up, and that comes with more experience and stuff, and also knowing your brand will really help, because you can just pick the ones that will go well with the things that you have in your shop, or the theme that you already have in your Instagram and stuff. So yeah, it's really easy. You just need to choose the objects that you already like and you think it will look good in your photos. I use a lot of washi tape, cords, clips and stuff like that, and yeah, that's what I like to use because it goes well with my brand. I also use a lot of confettis, and I normally use the ones that goes well with the products that I'm photographing. If I'm taking something with like blues and pinks and yellows, I normally pick the right colors for it. And yeah, I just choose the objects accordingly to the colors that's for what I'm photographing. And for backgrounds, it's really important as well, because it will create a more neat feed and everything will look well put together. I normally use these colors over here because that's the colors that are already identified for my brand. These are simple pieces of paper, and yeah, you can just buy them everywhere or print them for yourself. And yeah, these are really nice. I just mount them together and put them in the photos, and then I'll just take the composition according to what I want. And that's basically it. I normally use the same prompts as I said before, and also the same background, because yeah, everything will look well put together and more neat, and people will recognize more your products and photos, because yeah, you are using the same ones and it gets to a point where it's your brand now. So yeah, prompts is a very important thing. It will really make a difference for people to enjoy your photos and look at it or not, because the photo will get more or less interesting accordingly to that. So now let's talk how I take my photos. So as I told you before, I use my camera. This is the Canon 3300 and I really like it. I have it for like probably 6 years now. This is perfect and works very well for me. So the way I take my photos depends on the object itself. So let me grab some stickers. So here they are. Normally for this type of objects they are really flat, so what I do is I take some flat lace. Flat lace is exactly what you are seeing now. It's just upside down photo, a really simple one. As you can see, this could be a photo with a lot of things. You should be focused on your prompts as well, not to have too much or too little, because too much it will overwhelm the photo as well. If you had a photo like this, you wouldn't be noticing the main object, so the focus should only be the main object and the prompts only will enhance the photo. So a flat lay is exactly like this. Basically I just let's just do something like this. I just take my sheet of paper. I'll have a white background or something like that. Maybe we can do that just to try it out. Let's put the white background over here, this one over here, and then we'll put the stickers, some props, some washi tape. You can use them like this or laying down, and maybe some confettis just to make the photo a lot nicer and happier. This is only for my brand, so you can just make whatever it's best for your brand. If you use more blacks and not so many colors, you just adapt from the prompts that you wish you have in hand. So yeah, this is basically a flat lay, and yeah, that's it. So basically you can just play around with the backgrounds, with the prompts and stuff like that. And also with the angles, I'll just insert some photos here of some examples that I took over time. You can just use a general photo like this. You can use some macro photos and take pictures of the details, or just one sticker at a time in a bigger focus of the sticker. You can take photos, this is very important, holding the objects so that people can realize what's the real size of the object. This is really important for me as a buyer and as a seller, to always have a photo holding the main object. Also just some reclined plans for some objects, that's really interesting. And yeah, depending on the object. So this is a flat one, and now let me show you how I take photos, for example, of 3D objects like mugs. So let's take this out of here. According to the object, since I only have smaller objects, I can use smaller sheets of paper like these ones that I'm showing you, but if your objects are bigger, of course you have to use bigger sheets of paper and backgrounds. So basically what I do, this has to be with a wall or something, I just fold the paper. So normally I use the same one so that you don't see the line over here that separates the two. If you do, that's okay. Then I'll just insert the mug here and I just take it, and you don't see the division of here, and you have a background now and a foreground. So let me show you how it is over here from another point of view. So this is the view from here. Then you can play around with the angles as well. You can put some props as well. And yeah, I think it looks very nice for these type of objects, and that way you have a background and a foreground. Of course, you'll have to play with the lights as well. So if you are like this, you have to put the light more in front so that the shadows are not so noticeable on the front and the object don't get too dark. And yeah, that's the thing for 3D objects and not flat ones. Of course, you can take flat lays as well and in other angles like this. But yeah, that's basically it. So let's talk now about editing. So I'm going to use Photoshop, but you don't need Photoshop because, as you will see, I only use some basic controls like brightness and stuff like that. So you just need the most basic editing program, software, wherever that has the basic controls, because in product photography we also don't want too many edition and filters and stuff like that, because that will change the colors a lot, and you want to transmit the most genuine colors and the most close colors to the original one. So let's open Photoshop. Normally I just use the exposure tool, the brightness, and sometimes the hue, but very rarely. And let me delete this one. I was just trying. So this is the original one. So let's put the exposure up just to brighten a little bit. Normally I use gamma correction as well, just so that the darks will shine through. And then I'll just go over here to the brightness and I'll increase that a little bit so that the photo will pop a little bit and have a little bit of brightness. And yeah, that's basically it. I normally just use these two. The reason I use Photoshop is because I can edit several photos and at a time. I just put the photos over here and then I put it over here, and then I just need to save them, because Normally when I take the photos, I take them all at once, so normally what one photo needs, the other one will need as well, and that way I can edit a lot more faster, because I can edit several photos at a time. So yeah, this is basically the before and after. I'll just put it on the screen for you to see. And now I'm going to show you how I do some editing on the Photoshop without taking photos or using photos that I took before. So I have this photo over here. I took this one a few months ago. I already explained this very briefly on the last studio vlog. So what I'm going to do is use this photo as a mock-up for other prints. So what I'm basically going to do, I'll just duplicate layer so that I can have the original here. And then I'm just going to cut this one. What this is going to do is to open it and leave the shadows of the original photo. So now we just click delete, and now I already have the new print over here ready, and you just need to put it down on the other layer, and yeah, that's basically it. Now you just have a new print with a new photo, but you don't have that much work. And then you can just use the same print and use some block of colors, and you can just click here and add some shadows so that it looks like it's on the background, but it's not. So yeah, for this kind of prints, this is what I do. And now let's see with some stickers. So over here I also have a picture that I took a few months ago. So the original one, you're just going to take the sticker out with some image cleanup. I use the patch tool on Photoshop, and after the cleanup it looks like this. So you're going to basically do the same thing as we did with the print. We're just going to paste the sticker, already cut it, and we are just going to add some shadows. This is without the shadow and this with the shadow, and I did this with the new vinyl stickers that I had, and I'm going to do with other vinyl stickers because it's way easier, and then the feed will get more well put together, as I told you before, because it's always the same prompts and the same backgrounds and stuff like that. Just make sure you can just play around with it so it's not always the same colors over and over again, because the eyes will get lost. So yeah, this is how I edit without taking new photos. This is just what I learned from experience. I'm not a professional photographer. I didn't take a degree in photography. This is just what I know and what I want to transmit to you, and what I want to explain to you. My own experience. I hope that helps. At least it's not much. It's just from personal experience. So yeah, I hope it helps anyway. I hope I'm not saying anything wrong. If I do, please leave it in a comment. It's okay. We are all learning, so it's fine. But yeah, this was a very simple video, but I hope you still learned something and that you enjoyed it. And tag me in the comments just for me to see your photos after this video. I hope you were able to improve something. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!
Bye!